Good morning, good morning. It's stupidly early and I wish I was still in bed. Musical introduction. It is 7:30 in the morning. Welcome to a vlog. We are doing a days in the life style vlog. It is Monday, I'm getting ready for work. And I need some dry shampoo in my hair. And now I've got a lovely white cast in my hair. Anyway. Yes, we're going to do a bit of a days in the life vlog. After all of the vlogging in October being like so very heavily like read with 30 books in 30 days, I thought it would be nice for the first one of November to be a bit more of a like chilled, just what am I getting up to? What's going on? Not quite so heavily like read focused, but just more of a, days in the life. So that's what we're doing here. I'm gonna let that settle for a bit longer. First things first, brush my teeth. I have got dressed, obviously. I do not have an awful lot of time before I need to leave for work, so I do need to kind of hurry up. Lovely, fresh teeth. Moisturizer. Nothing's changed. Bioma. You know I love it. And even though it is no longer summer, still using the one with the SPF in it. Because even though it's summer, even though it's not summer even, the sun has not disappeared. It's still around. Green cream. Colour correcting treatment. Just calms down some of that redness. Need to wash my hands after that though. And then a little bit of face powder. I really need some more of this. I am running low. That feels good enough for work on a Monday. Tiny little bit of blush, just bring some colour back into me. Boom. What time is it? Have I got time to be faffing with mascara? No. Okay, let's go. I am running late, but I have got yogurt and granola to take to work. A pack of wheat crunchies and a can of Monster, because they're the things that make me happy in life. And then we're going to come over, we're going to stick the slow cooker on as well. Welcome to my slow cooker. It's going to go on low. Let's get some stuff. We have got the chicken. I'm not going to touch the meat with my hands in any way. Pre-chopped all of my vegetables yesterday because I knew I would be in a rush. So there you go. Broccoli, carrots, onion, all of that good stuff. I've then got some stock just here. Gravy. And then it needs water. I reckon about that much water. Yeah, that feels about right. Spoon. Give it all a bit of a mix. Oh. There we go, dinner. Big-a-boo, I am home from work. I have had a decent work day, but I didn't take my lunch break, so I managed to come home a little bit early. But that just means I've got a little bit more evening daylight, so I've just put Finny Boy's harness on him. He hates it when I put his harness on him and we don't walk out the door that exact moment. So he's being a little grump now, just staring at the door of the library like, come on! So we're going to go for a walk whilst we've got some daylight. Because I put the slow cooker on this morning, the house smells delicious. And on my way home, I did a very adult thing. I was planning on doing this on my lunch break, and then I didn't do it because I didn't take a lunch break. I went to Dunelm, and I spent £30 on a chopping board. I got myself like a butcher's block. I said to Jake the other day, like, I really want a good chopping board. I'm sick of my flimsy little plastic ones that have, I mean, they've served us well. They've been around for a while. But I wanted like a proper big butcher's block one. So I got one from Dunelm. I'm very excited about it. And I also got some fairy lights, because you know how I've got fairy lights on this bookshelf? I don't have any on that bookshelf. And with what I'm planning to do on that bookshelf for Christmas decorations, I needed some fairy lights. So I might put those up tonight as well. And I got another parcel, but we'll open that later. As for right now, I'm going to deal with little grumpy Sheba over there. And we're going to go for a walk. See you soon. Hello, hello. Back from our walk. We had a lovely time. I've just had a bit of a chill out and had a drink and sat on the sofa for a bit, but I'm going to open this now, which I'm very excited about. However, it has been sat outside the front of my house since like 10 o'clock this morning, and it's been kind of drizzly, so I really hope it's safe in here. Sorry, Finn, you cannot have all this cardboard. I'm so excited. I have never ordered from Notebook Therapy before, but I'm so excited to have this. The little display box is everything. Oh my goodness, I love it. Get it out of the box. Oh. And here it is. This is the Moonlight Corner travel size bullet journal from Notebook Therapy. And I am so excited. This is going to be my journal for next year. I have been an always fully booked planner person for a couple of years now, and I really like it. I really like the system for the always fully always fully booked planner. However, I do not like the 2026 designs, and I just can't look past the fact that I don't like the designs, unfortunately. So I have decided that 2026 is going to be the year that I start trying again with bullet journaling. I have tried many times in the past. It has not always worked well for me, but that's why I've gone for this travel size one. I'm hoping that I can make this work better for me. And I'm glad that I've got it now, so that I can spend from now until the beginning of 26 actually setting this up. And I am going to borrow a lot of layouts from the Always Fully Booked planner. Why do I keep saying booked? Always Fully Booked planner that I know I like and I know I use. Like the weekly layouts, I use the vertical weekly layouts. I might try and steal that, but just have them skinnier. Or I might try horizontal, I don't know. Maybe I'll try and mix it up a little bit, we'll see. But I'm excited for this. And I like the fact as well that it's a little bit smaller. Maybe that means I will keep it on me more often, I don't know. And then the gold gilded edges there as well. I'm really excited to have this, and I'm excited to start setting up my layouts. I think I'm going to do it on Patreon and do like a craft night sort of thing. I might need more than one craft night, but I'm really excited about that. So I've got that. And then I mentioned that I got some fairy lights. I did get some fairy lights from Dunelm, because on this bookshelf I have fairy lights that go up one edge, kind of drape along the top, and come down the other side. And I love them over there, and I really want some over there. So I'm not sure how long this will be. It's 600, so hopefully fairly long. But if it's long enough to just go like up and then a few drapes along the top and then down, that's fine. If I can do up, drapes along, and then down the middle and back up again, and then drapes and down, that would be even better. But if I can't do a down in the middle, then I can't do a down in the middle, and we'll see what I can do with these. But I picked those up. Now I'm going to go and finish up dinner. The slow cooker is, of course,
ready. It's been ready for a while now. It's just on low and keeping all of that warm. But I need to go and make some potatoes. I'm going to do mash. So come and see my new chopping board. How adult. Welcome to my new chopping board. I'm so excited to have this giant chopping board. Adult purchase that I am excited about. Dinner is ready. I now need to peel a load of potatoes for mashed potato. You know what? I might just do the rest of the bag. Let's go. I just need you to witness this before I absolutely devour it. There is a mound of mashed potato under there. Oh, I'm so excited. Doesn't it look good? Oh, maybe it doesn't look good. Smells good. And it's gonna taste delicious. These days in the life are not daying very much, are they, Finn? Do you want to lick the microphone? Yeah, these days in the life aren't daying very much. It's Tuesday at 5:30. I've just finished work for the day. I worked a bit longer today than I normally do. I normally finish at 4, but we had a long meeting this afternoon. And I am feeling rough, folks. I'm just feeling really drained and tired. And I know exactly why. It's, you know, it's that time. And I'm just bloody exhausted. My body hurts and my head hurts and I'm tired. So I'm just having a terrible time of things. But I will perk myself up. On my lunch break today, I did take Finny Boy out for a walk, so that has happened. He's now sleepy in my lap. I am fully debating taking myself to bed at 5:30. Yeah, fully debating it. What did I do last night? Last night, I had my casserole last night. I think that's the last thing I told you. I then watched some Smosh games on the sofa and fell asleep. So I had a nap. Body is tired. Body is definitely tired. And then I woke up later in the evening, did a couple of odd bits, tidied up the kitchen a little bit, read a little bit. I did actually read a little bit. Not an awful lot because I was so tired. But I'm on page 12 or something. Page 12. I'm on page 12 of The Second Death of Locke. I'm intrigued so far, I'm not going to lie. In 12 pages, it's definitely got me intrigued. So that is positive. I would like to thank past me for doing work and scheduling things for this week. I've got a video going up today that is already done and dealt with, and my Patreon posts that went out yesterday were all pre-written and scheduled and stuff. So past me did a fantastic job with that, because it's meant that sleepy me is allowed to be sleepy because she's pre-planned for this sleepiness. Not that she knew that she would be this sleepy. But yeah, I am still sleepy. I think I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna take Gavin with me, which sounds really weird. Gavin's doing his Patreon sprints on a Tuesday, as he always does. If you didn't know, Gavin does Patreon sprints every Tuesday evening. I do Patreon sprints every Wednesday evening. It's a little system going on there. So I'm gonna put Gavin on my TV. I just watched him put on, is that a lip balm? What did he just do? No, I think it's a pen that he was just rubbing on his lips. Interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna put him on my TV, take my book to bed with me. If I fall asleep, I fall asleep. If I read, I read. I'd like to read at least a little bit, but I'm just so tired. I haven't even put my fairy lights up. I really wanted to do that, but I'm just so tired. And I've got a nice little warm Finny Boy in my lap. that I'm just complaining. Let's go get cozy. I did it. I couldn't help myself. I knew it would make me feel better. So, I did it, and now it feels like magic. And I love it. I love it so much. I'm so glad I did it. But now, I will say the fairy lights this side are feeling lacking, but it's alright, because this side is more often like video backgrounds and stuff. Alright, now I'm gonna go and rot on the sofa. Howdy, pals. How's it going? Whoa. I am gonna make some dinner. I am gonna make a like Nando's pasta dish sort of thing, but I'm gonna make it a different way to usual because I can't be arsed with being over the hob. So I'm gonna make all of the, like cook all the chicken and the sauce and stuff and make that in this glass dish in the oven. So then I just need to boil up the pasta and mix it together because that just seems easier for me today. So that's what we're gonna do. So this is also a little cooking tutorial. I use the word tutorial very lightly. I have got an onion. I have got a red pepper that's also got a bit of green on it. It's a multicolored pepper. And then I've also got half a pepper, so I might as well just use that up whilst I'm here. So I'm gonna get this all chopped up and thrown in this little dish. A little bit of oil. A bit of oil. That was maybe a bit too much oil. But let's get all of my veggies chopped up. It is Wednesday today, which means it is hump day on my Patreon. So I have not got long before they need to be started. And by they, I mean the hump day sprints. These veggies were washed before I put them in the fridge, but because they've been in that paper bag, it's actually a little bit dusty, so I'm going to wash this again once I've got the seedy bit out of it. Actually, also, yeah, because then I can just wash the inside of it too. These peppers are from my greengrocers. I love going to the greengrocers. The veggies are so good from the greengrocers, but they're a little bit dusty from the paper bag. Let's, on my brand new chopping board, chop up some peppers. Look at all of that. This is what our pasta will be mixed with. Well, actually, no, because I will also put some more hot sauce and then some cream cheese in with this when it's like finished cooking to bring it all together. There you go. In the oven. Good evening. This days in the life thing isn't going very well. I'm not doing very well at actually updating you throughout my days. I think the last thing I spoke to you about last night was when I was cooking dinner. I didn't even show you the finished thing. It was delightful. It was really good. And it was definitely easier to make the pasta sauce in the oven than on the hob. So there you go. But it was delightful. When it was done in the oven, I took it out of the oven, mixed in some cream cheese and some hot sauce, boiled the pasta, mixed it all up with the pasta. Beautiful. Loved it. I'm doing something with chicken thighs for dinner tonight, but Jake doesn't come home for a while yet because he's working a late shift tonight. So I'll worry about that later. What I'm worried about right now, I've worked. I've worked for the day. I've done my day job. It is a Thursday, work from home on a Thursday, but I have done my day job. Been doing a lot of testing today. So fun. And you know what? I didn't even watch YouTube in the background. When I work from home on a Thursday, Friday, I quite often use that as time to also catch up on YouTube and just have it on in the background whilst I'm doing whatever I'm doing. Oh, my phone. Ooh, interesting. But I didn't even do that. Nor did I listen to an audiobook. Wow, I just worked. How novel. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, what I'm worried about now. I have a video that I need to edit. and it's my October wrap-up. And oh my god, it's just so long. And I've got just me nattering for ages to edit now. It doesn't need to go up until Saturday, so I don't have to do it today. But I need to do that. I am loving this situation, by the way. This best thing I've done. But my room is being lit by this right now. Beautiful. But what I need to do with the bookshelf is now put this lot away. This is the October reading. All of the ones that I physically read. So I need to go through, update my library spreadsheet, because I will need to mark them off as read. And I think there were some that were like hauled throughout the month that I then read in the month that will need to be added to the spreadsheet, to keep my library spreadsheet up to date, ready for a shelf reflection. Which means I should probably also analyse whether these things are actually going to stay on the spreadsheet or if some of them might head to the graveyard. I think some of them might head to the graveyard, in all honesty. So I need to do that, and I need to edit, and I need to read. I started this on Monday, right? I'm 30 pages in. It's Thursday. I've read 10 pages a day. That's ridiculous. What is wrong with me? I need to read. I need to sort that out. What else I really would like to do is take all of my Halloween decorations down. Box up all my pumpkins, my ghosts. I do quite like having my leaves out still. They can stay, I think. Although I kind of want to replace the leaves with, like, Christmas garland. So maybe the leaves should come down as well, and I should just have the fairy lights for now. I love my Halloween decor and I love my pumpkins and everything, but it's time for them to go away. And I think putting my books back, restocking the TBR cart with the November TBR, sorting out the shelves, that just all seems like such a good plan, you know? But also, at the same time, I want to edit and I want to read, and I don't know what to do with myself. Because another part of me just wants to lay on the floor and stare at the ceiling. Or faceplant the carpet. So many options. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to do the tidying. You can watch whilst I do it as well. Right, on top of my pile is All the Devils. I'm thinking I might graveyard this one. I didn't like it. I didn't like the book. So I'm going to graveyard All the Devils. Did it actually make it into the spreadsheet in the first place? One for the graveyard. Next, Hampton Heights. You can go back on the shelf. House of Idol, you are staying. I have another one. Blood as Bright as the Moon. I didn't love this. I'm gonna graveyard this one as well. Boom. The spreadsheet is now up to date, and I have 309 unread books, so that did massively help. This is not a shelf reflection, but heads up for the next shelf reflection. I have 309 unread books. I really need to get that under 300. Maybe that's the ambition for the next shelf reflection, is to just get that under 300. Anyway, now I've literally just thrown them all on the floor. Let's put them away. This is full. Full to the brim. Huh. There we go. Now I'm just going to have to ask Jake to put that in the loft. Yay! Hello, welcome to my disgustingly messy kitchen. I'm going to make dinner. Well, I'm in the process of making dinner. I've put in the oven my chicken thighs that I've put in like a Chinese 5-spice soy sauce sort of marinade. So that's baking away in there. And I was trying to think of what I could have with it. And I'm thinking some sort of rice. And I was thinking fried rice, but I don't have any egg. So I might do some sort of fried rice, but just without egg, because I don't have any. So it would be like an egg fried rice, but I don't have any. So I can't do an egg fried rice. But I can do normal fried rice. So first step to that is getting out the rice cooker, which I have got right here. Rice cooker. Fill with rice. Well, not fill, but you know, put rice in. Wash rice. Rice is being washed. Put washed rice in rice cooker. Put on lid. Turn rice cooker on. Right, in the meantime, for the rest of the fried rice situation, I need my veggies. So, an onion is a good place to start. I will also need a pepper. And, oh, that is an enormous carrot. I might just do one enormous carrot. Carrot, a pepper. Let's wash these. There we go. A carrot and a pepper. Let's start with the pepper. Yeah. I'm gonna try to dice this pretty slim. Try being the key word. I'm not the best vegetable dicer. I don't have the patience for small choppings. So this day in the life stuff, I suck at it. Or at least I'm sucking at it this time around, because I don't know when I last updated this vlog. I had a rotten headache all of Friday, so I definitely didn't vlog then. I don't even know if I vlogged on Thursday. Did I vlog on Wednesday? Honestly, I don't know where I'm at with this, but it's Sunday. Happy Sunday.
I have all intention of making today the last day in the life of this vlog. And I still haven't finished the second death of Locke. So, plan today, it's a Sunday. Jake's busy, he's doing construction out in the garden on his shed thing. I don't have much that I need to do. I've got like little bits of housework, like I need to do some laundry and I'm gonna need to like tidy up the kitchen and cook dinner and bits like that. But nothing enormous. I do have a friend coming over at some point today, but not for a good while yet. It's not even 10 a.m. just yet. And I think she's coming over at like 1 or 2ish. So the plan, get ready for the day, brush my teeth, do my hair, do my skincare. Cozy clothes are acquired, stick a load of laundry on, and curl up in the library with the second death of Locke and try and get some real time in on that. I'm going to try and use my kitchen timer method today to keep me off my phone a little bit more. So we will tackle the kitchen timer. I'll talk about that as I'm doing it if you haven't heard me talk about my kitchen timer before. But yeah, first things first, let's brush my teeth. Do I want to wear makeup today? Maybe I do, just a little bit. Finn's crying now because the guys have got here to work on the garden. The van's just pulled up and he can't get to them. It's alright, Finny boy, we'll go and see him in a minute. My skin is not having the best time at the minute. It is having a hormonal moment, if you know what I mean. And spray. And dry. And after dry, serum. Don't touch the dropper to your face. And moisturiser, would you believe it? Bioma. This one is the one with the SPF in it. Protect your face from the sun, even though I don't plan on going outside today. Should I be doing more to my skin to try and combat some of this? Maybe. But I've been so scarred by so many of the things that I've tried that have just made it worse. All of these like funky things that promise that, you know, within 4 weeks your skin will have never looked better, and I'm like, my skin looks worse. What happened? This is the only thing that seems to kind of keep it at a calmer level. I don't know if maybe like it is all just hormonal and I need, I don't know, medication or something. Anyway, green cream to combat some of that redness. It's not actually called green cream. It's called Cicapair Tiger Grass Colour Correcting Treatment. Okay, now for a bit of makeup. Bit of powder. I'm really running low on this one, but I did buy a new one, so all is good. I used to be much more into my makeup than I am now. Now I kind of just do the same thing every day. Maybe I might do something a bit different with eyeshadow if I'm feeling funky, but otherwise it is the same powder foundation every day. And even then, it's not really a lot. I don't use concealer anymore because I don't like how it made my skin feel, and I like at least trying to somewhat let my skin breathe. I don't use liquid foundation because it always breaks me out. I don't use an awful lot of product. But now I'm pasty and pale and slightly green. A little bit of blush. That might have been a bit too much blush. Are we somewhat in the right region? This one's bigger than this one. Okay. I wish that drugstore level makeup, because I know that in some more premium products you can get like refills and stuff, which I would rather. But I just wish that like my powder, for example, like have to dispose of the whole thing every time, the mirror every time. Like, can't I just get the pan rather than having to buy a whole new one every time? Is there a brand that I don't know about that's reasonably affordable that can do that. That also will actually work for my horrible skin. Same with mascara, I guess. Like, do we need a new of everything every time? You know what I mean? Like, I try to be as somewhat sustainable, I guess. Like, I love the brands that do refills and reusable outer packaging and stuff, so that you're not buying as much plastic and reducing your waste as much as you can, obviously. And I just wish there were more places that I could do it at a reasonable price point, because I'm not made of money. Welcome to Jade's Bathroom Chats. So yeah, if you know of anything that does that, I would be totally down for replacing more of my products in the way of sustainable, ethical brands. One of the things I do like about Bioma is when I'm replacing like my serum, I don't have to purchase this bit every time. You just get the bottle, so I'm at least saving a little bit. I suppose maybe if the serum came in a little paper pouch that I could just decant into the pot that I already own, that would be even better. But, you know, small wins. Let me know if you know anything. And then a bit of lip. Have you ever noticed that I have a little scar just on the bottom of my lip? That means that my lip line actually goes like that. Have you ever noticed? Now you've been told. I always fill it in. I'll be back when this is sorted. I got so distracted. But like the best kind of distracted, because I have done the laundry, I've put a load of laundry away, I've hung a second load of laundry out, I've cleaned the bathroom, I've done the dishwasher, cleaned the kitchen counters, taken out the bins, gone outside and had a chit chat to the guys doing the garden, poked fun at Jake a little bit. Finn has had his breakfast and we've been in the garden a little bit, supervised obviously, and it is now 5 to 12. So all of my housework for the day I have done, which is really positive. Obviously that doesn't include cooking dinner later tonight, but all of my housework is done. So I now have a little bit of time before my friend comes over, and I think I'm gonna need to finish editing a video that I need to get up today, and I think I'd rather get that out of the way first. So all of that talk of I'm gonna sit down and use my kitchen timer, which is here, to get through my book, hasn't happened. So let's do some work. I've got a can of Monster to get me through. And I don't know why this always happens on Sundays, but Sundays always seem to be such busy work days for me. I do it the wrong way around. Alright, let's get shit done. Am I gonna sit here and lie to you about how long it's been since that last clip? No, I'm not. It's Tuesday. This video was supposed to be going up today. Whoopsie. It'll be going up a little bit later than planned. But I have finished the second Death of Locke. Basically, I didn't want to put this video up without finishing this book, and it took me longer than anticipated to finish this book. But I have now finished the second Death of Locke by Tori Bovolino, and I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was kind of cozy, kind of warm. It was although not comforting, because it's not like cozy, comforting sort of fantasy, there is like a political plot, there is lots of death and murder and having your hands rummaging around in someone's insides and whatnot. There is,
you know, those parts of it, but something about the vibe of this, and I think it's the main characters' relationships, just felt a little bit cozy and loving and warm. Like, there was this safety and security in the relationship that did just feel like a bit of a hug, even though things were tense, things were, you know, there is war, there is constant war going on in this. Our main characters are soldiers of a war. Kier is the captain of a group of soldiers, and Grey is his hand, his well of magic. She is the power that he can then siphon from to be a mage and perform magic, but they are also just soldiers in an ongoing war. And Grey has this secret that she is from Loch, which is this island that vanished 16 years ago, like went up in flames, and Loch is where all of the power and the wells of magic come from, so its disappearance is a big loss, and everyone is searching for any sort of survivor from Loch, and she is very much keeping that a secret. She is on the run, as it were, but kind of hiding in plain sight because she joined the bloody army and is, you know, completely in love with Kier, who is the captain, and he is quite evidently completely in love with her. And something about the, like, certainty in that relationship, even though it does take a little while for, like, the two of them to make it more evident, like, as a reader you can feel the certainty in that relationship, and it was quite warm to feel. So there is a romance plot in here, but that is not the main plot. The main plot is definitely about the Isle of Loch, the heir to the Isle of Loch, the restoration of power, or the taking away of power. I had a good time overall with this. I'm going to give it a 4-star. For a debut fantasy, not bad. Not bad at all. But not enough. Not enough for me to sink my teeth into. And there are certain tropes that I'm not the biggest fan of personally that come to be later in the book. I obviously don't want to give too much away because fairly new release and I don't want to spoil things for you. But still a very solid 4-star fantasy read. Not one of my new favourites, but I do think I would continue to read from Tori Bovolino, and I am glad that I picked it up. So do with that information what you will. I had a decent time. I'm really annoyed by how much noise I can hear outside. I am sick to death of fireworks. This week has been the worst, and I want to scream. And someone else is just banging on a wall or something. I don't know. They just keep going. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed whatever this vlog has been. I have contemplated just scrapping this vlog completely and not uploading it because I feel like it's been so all over the place. But I think you sometimes like a bit of a yappy one. Let me know if you do. I think you do. The comments normally say that you do. So I hope you enjoy this kind of yappy one with one book completed in it. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had a good time. And I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye!